So I did a thing, because I'm not gonna need that extra heater that I built out of the dryer. I moved it away. It's in storage. May use it later, I don't know, doubtful. Since I have the hanging heater, I probably won't need it. Plus with the AC system, I moved my other cabinet up to there. So it's sitting where my heater was, and honestly, I think I probably could have hung it just a bit lower than I did. It's a little bit on the high side because it's almost up to the well, it is almost up to the rafters there, but it freed up that space fine. And hanging the indoor unit up right there, that'll be no problem. I'm also going to cut a little bit bigger hole than what the instructions for the AC system calls for, because I want to run the power wire through that hole to the outdoor unit. That way I only have to drill one hole to the outside, and then I'm hanging it off the wall versus putting it on the ground, because I don't really like the slope of my ground right there, and it would take quite a bit to get it leveled off and pour a slab for it. So I'm just gonna hang it on the wall with some heavy duty hanging brackets. It's gonna be heavy because that thing's about 100 pounds. No idea what that is in kilos, but it'll be worth it, because once it gets hung up off the ground, I'll be able to just, I'll be able to trim the grass underneath of it and all that stuff, and I think it'll be a much cleaner install. But just an update. Well, I got the mini split all hooked up. It is currently running. You can barely hear it run. It's blowing out nice cold air. I'm doing the test run right now, so I'm running it at the lowest cold setting. And this is the outdoor unit. You can hear how quiet it is. You can barely hear it run. It is quieter than even a max box fan running full speed. I didn't end up cutting any of the pipes. I ran them and I just bent them around until they fit. And this is the newer unit. I sent back the other unit because there was some serious damage to it. So this new unit, the pipes were bigger. The refrigerant pipes were bigger, so I ended up having to run my outdoor conduit outside of that box. And I was gonna run it underneath, so it looked a little cleaner, but yeah, I didn't have enough wire. I had already pre-cut it for the other unit, so that's kind of what I got. But seems to work good. And now, you can tell the difference already. Feels nice and cold. So far, seems to be a pretty decent unit. Now granted, I have no insulation, so this thing's gonna run a little bit more than a normal unit would, but sure beats 100+ degree temperature here in Kansas City. But that's it, all done. Yay for the little guy.